By God, how did Roman Reigns get here? Well, you are about to find out because tonight's episode of SmackDown comes all the way from Sacramento, California, and it's taking place at the Golden One Center, deep in the heart of the city. You are in for an absolute treat, the last SmackDown before the Royal Rumble PLE, and each and every single one of you, if you're enjoying the series, then make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell, drop a like, and get your comments down below. Tonight's episode truly is a bloodbath, but let's join the commentary team. And Michael Cole says, welcome everyone. Tonight we have a stacked show. We have the last of the Royal Rumble qualifiers, and we have tag team and European title qualifiers in store, so don't go anywhere. Corey Graves says, as well as that, Cole, we have a huge tag team match involving Julia and our women's intercontinental champion, Stephanie Vaquer. Both will be paired up with another superstar in tag team action. That is right. Cole says, remember folks, the Royal Rumble is tomorrow night and every match will be declared tonight on our show. So let us know which match you are most looking forward to seeing. By the end of the Royal Rumble PLE, almost all of the WWE titles will have been won by superstars who have earned their opportunity. Graves says, and remember everyone, if you are enjoying this series, help support us by dropping a like, subscribing to the channel, and of course, Byron Saxton tried to say something, but Cole says, no time, Saxton, get a podcast or something, because you talk way too much. Let's get the show started. And SmackDown's general manager, Nick Aldis, he is here tonight, and he says, I want to announce that the Royal Rumble will be one of the superstars short in terms of qualified stars. So make sure you head to our YouTube post to see who you can vote for to have the last spot in the Royal Rumble. That is the men's superstars. There will be 4 superstars who you can choose from, so make sure you choose your favorite superstar, as the winner will be in this year's Royal Rumble match. A totally interactive series, we told ya. And here is a look at the SmackDown roster in all its glory. Only one champion, and that is Stephanie Vaquer, the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And here she is. She says, so tonight I once again get to go toe-to-toe with that slut Julia. After attacking me last week and blindsiding me, it's time I get to kick her ass and get some revenge. This is a prelude to our Royal Rumble Intercontinental title bout. That's right, her and Julia are in a Intercontinental Championship match at the Rumble, alongside this Intercontinental Championship match too, and we already have seen Stephanie Vaquer as the Women's Intercontinental Champion. We're going to have European Elite Tournament that is going to take place at the Rumble, and we're going to have the Tag Team Triumph, and those two still have participants readily trying to win a spot there. And here is tonight's match card. So we've got the European Championship Qualifier, we've got Royal Rumble Qualifiers, Tag Team Qualifiers. We have got so much in store. Just make sure you subscribe. And of course, if you choose to become a member here at the channel, like so many others, then you have an opportunity to get your superstar in the series. Shawn Michaels says, with NXT now disbanded, we need new talent within WWE. That's where you come in. Become a channel member and you can get your superstar involved with the series. We'll have tournaments to see which superstar is worthy. Now, we're going to have at least 10 superstars before we get these tournaments underway, of which we have 4. So, make sure you guys become members. And here is Julia, who says, slut. Who does Stephanie think she is? I wonder who Stephanie had to please to ensure she got her hands on the Intercontinental Champion. Talk about being a slut. Tonight, me and my partner will tear her apart. And we've already seen that her partner is indeed Nia Jax. So that is going to be insane. But tonight's first match is a Royal Rumble qualifier. It is a triple threat. And the superstar pinned will not go to the Royal Rumble, with the other two heading into the infamous Royal Rumble PLE. And first out here tonight is the veteran, is the most experienced superstar. It is Bayley. Bayley out here tonight in tonight's opening match. And she's soon to be joined by Lola Vice. And Lola looking pretty beautiful, as she always does. But don't let her beauty fool you, folks. She has fists of fury, the former MMA fighter. I certainly wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of Lola Vice. And the last woman coming out here tonight to complement this triple threat match is none other than Dakota Kai. She was never released by WWE and she stayed within the company. And now she has an opportunity to try and get herself some opportunities that she may not have had before, because this is a Royal Rumble qualifier. As it is a triple threat, there are no disqualifications. So let's see what chaos ensues tonight as this match gets underway. Bayley and Dakota Kai going straight after each other. That's pretty interesting. And Lola goes straight for the pin, broken up by Dakota. Interesting that Bayley and Dakota decided to go toe-to-toe straight away. I'm guessing that's because they know each other. They've been part of a tag team before. They've been part of a stable before. Perhaps it's because they are going to have each other scouted. And perhaps Lola is maybe the mechanic in this match, which is the unknown. And again, you can see Dakota and Bayley going after each other. Now Lola gets involved. Hip toss there, down into the submission maneuver. Bayley going to try and break it up. Or just happily to watch Dakota Kai get dealt damage. And now she chooses to go after the Latina. That is Lola Vice. And Dakota already choosing to bring in weapons in this match. Lola Vice reverses but gets hit around the back of the head. But she's been split open as well. Lola Vice is already bleeding. There is a reason why this episode is called Bloodbath. And we've already seen what happened to Roman. Well, we're going to see what happened to Roman, because at the start of this show, we saw a bloodied and battered Roman. Well and truly looking worse for wear. But now Dakota Kai with a crossbody from the turnbuckle to the outside. Bayley over there. I think she went and got a weapon. And now she's just deciding to taunt the lesser inexperienced superstars. And here is Bayley now. And Dakota Kai happily watching. Remember to get your comments down below. Who do you think is going to win this match? Look at Bayley talking smack to Dakota Kai. Put it down in the comments section who you think is going to win this match. And then return to that comment and let us know if you were right. If you are watching this live as Dakota Kai goes through the ropes and takes down Bayley and Lola Vice. Her legs there just whipped into Lola there as well. And both those women were absolutely tanked there by Dakota Kai. But like I said, if you're watching live, let us know who you want to win this match. We'll put a little poll up, and you guys can answer that as well. But Lola Vice now tosses Dakota Kai back into the ring, and Bayley does the same with Lola. But we are heading all backstage, and so does Dakota says, "Yo, Roman, I offer you a challenge for your Royal Rumble spot. How about you take on me and my Bloodline tonight in a handicap match? Winner gets your spot in the Royal Rumble. If you're a true tribal chief, then you will accept." Ooh, that's an intriguing prospect that could happen. I don't know if Roman's going to accept that. Maybe he gets beaten up because he doesn't accept it. Maybe that's why we saw him at the very start of the show. A little bit of time traveling at the start of this episode, guys. Let me know what you think, if you thought that was quite a unique way to start the episode. But Bayley now, just a clubbing clothesline to the back of Lola Vice's head. You can see she's bleeding. Looks like she's got a broken nose. Lola Vice may have a broken nose. And that was all from a kendo stick from Dakota Kai, who is showing some sheer athleticism there. And has looked incredibly impressive in the opening moments of this bout. But Lola Vice now trying to rip the left arm there, the left shoulder out of the socket of Dakota Kai. But Bayley with a backdrop. And Dakota Kai once again going up against her former mentor, I'd suggest. I guess Bayley did kind of mentor Dakota Kai and Io Sky, I should say. Io Sky. You have to bear with me, folks. I have been quite poorly recently, so that's why there haven't been many episodes. But I'm starting to feel better, but I may make a botch here and there. So if you want me to feel better, subscribe to the channel, but also hashtag get well soon. That would be lovely. But anyway, what isn't lovely is the way that Dakota Kai is absolutely kicking ass in this. Oh! Goes down on the steel chair. The back of Dakota Kai's head shit whipped off that steel chair. And now there goes Lola Vice there. And Lola could be out of this. Dakota Kai out of the ring. Lola broke it up. And these three women still going at each other. Look at Lola there. Just using her athleticism to dodge and avoid anything. Dakota Kai, what a kick there. And we head backstage once again, and Roman Reigns is here, and he says, "Solo, I'll accept your challenge. I am the tribal chief, and I won't back down from a challenge. However, it's interesting that you need help beating me. A tribal chief doesn't hide behind anyone, let alone two people. Challenge accepted. Oh my god, folks. Oh my god. Dakota Kai's head again going off the back of that steel chair. She could have a concussion. Dakota Kai could be concussed in this bout. But let's turn our attention away from this match slightly, because Roman Reigns is going up against Solo Sikoa. I'm assuming it's going to be Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa in a handicap match for his spot in the Royal Rumble. Remember, you can get your superstar in the series by becoming a channel member. But Roman Reigns beat Solo Sikoa in the very first SmackDown episode of this series to earn his Royal Rumble spot. But Solo just almost goading Roman Reigns into what is possibly and potentially going to be a trap. Roman could have thrown away the success he had in episode 1 because his ego won't let him turn down a challenge from Solo Sikoa. And we got a 1 count. It's just a 1 count. Dakota Kai kicks out. We got chairs and kendo sticks. And Lola Vice now looking to get the better of Bayley. And does she? Nope. Bayley reverses. Clambers all over Lola Vice. And now Lola Vice gets a suplex for her efforts. Dakota Kai with the kendo stick. And remember, the Royal Rumble isn't just in 1 week's time. It is tomorrow night. And Bayley with the cover on Dakota Kai. It's a 2 count and Lola's too busy taunting. Luckily, Kai broke out of that. And now Bayley sets her sights on the Latina. Oh, and her face just missed that chair. Kai breaks up the pin. Not even a 1 count. And who's loving having Dakota Kai back in this series? If you're a Dakota Kai fan, let us know again in that comment section. It's an interactive series for a reason, because we want you all chatting down in the comments section. And speaking of comments, the Twitter has gone crazy. Zayo Sama has said Stephanie Vaquer is on it tonight. Hervey Julia is an exciting rivalry. Ben says Roman could be in trouble here tonight. What if he loses his Rumble spot? Cyberpixel says the Royal Rumble is coming up next. Anyone else want LA Knight to win? Shirley Wessel says Solo Sikoa is such a coward. I can't stand him. Hope he gets Superman punched later. To get your tweets in the series, you know what you have to do. You have to become a member. So do head to our home screen and click join. But anyway, back to this bout as Bayley is the only woman standing. Lola Vice now falls lifelessly out of the ring, over the canvas and onto the hardened floor as Bayley is just tormenting Dakota Kai, and Kai is in a whole world of trouble here. And Bayley now, God damn it, gets the finisher in. And there is the 1 count. There is the 2 count. It's just a 2. I thought Dakota Kai was done for then. Now Lola Vice looking to pick up the pieces, but Bayley gets the better of Lola once again. But Lola reverses, knees. And the kick there to the back of Bayley's head. And then a clubbing clothesline from Dakota Kai. And Kai now eyeing up Bayley. And Bayley's in trouble. On the shot. Oh, she reversed. And a big punch there for Dakota Kai's efforts. But all 3 of these women looking fantastic here tonight, if I may say so. All 3 have had fantastic spots in the match. And the knees onto the back of Lola Vice. Kai's surely going to go for a cover. She does. There is the 1 count. There is the 2 count. Dakota Kai kicked out. Well, Lola Vice kicked out, but Dakota Kai didn't get that pin in on Lola Vice. And we head to find out what happened earlier tonight. And Lexis King won his triple threat match against Austin Theory and Apollo Crews. So Lexis King is the 3rd man, the final man to qualify for the European Championship match, which will take place at the Royal Rumble. Lexis King fans, what do you think of that? But we mustn't go too far away from what is happening in this bout, because Bayley looks like she is certainly taking a foothold in this match. And Lola Vice, you can see all of Lola Vice's blood on the canvas. And once again, she rolls out. But Bayley in hot pursuit, going back out over the apron. And just delivers kendo stick blow after kendo stick blow. And it actually cracked on Dakota Kai's face. We've already mentioned she may have a broken nose. A Bayley to belly suplex there to Dakota Kai, who may be suffering from a concussion after being splattered onto the steel chair more than once. And Bayley, the hot favourite to win this match, surely. Lola Vice desperately tosses Bayley away, and now all three women are on the outside of the ring. Lola looking better. You can see the blood there all over the shoulders of Lola Vice, but there is a roll-up from Dakota Kai. Can't count outside of the ring, so that's not going to do anything. That's why I think Dakota might have a concussion. She knows she can't win this match. On the knees to Bayley's face there, which splits her wide open. Kai should know that you cannot win this match outside of the ring. So to go for a roll-up outside, she's surely not in a right frame of mind. But Lola now turning her attention to Bayley, who enters back into the squared circle. And look at Bayley. She's been split wide open. And a big back forearm there from Lola Vice. And now she gets the pin on Bayley. It's the 1 count. It's the 2 count. It is just a 2. Dakota Kai, she's got a concussion. She's trying to break up the pin, but was nowhere near her. And luckily for Dakota Kai, Bayley actually kicked out. But now Dakota Kai, ooh, Lola Vice saved there inadvertently by Bayley, who now goes for a cover on Kai. There is the 1 count. There is the 2 count. Kai breaks out instinctively. And concussion procedure. The referee obviously all too happy for Dakota Kai to continue this match. Bayley going for the pin. Broken up by Dakota Kai, who now has, a humongous neck breaker there to Bayley. Bayley now agonizingly trying to get back to her feet. Lola Vice once again a spent force outside of the ring, and look at this, the big boot, but Bayley had it scouted, saw it, reversed, and now Dakota Kai's in trouble. But Takai reverses, now tries to get the better of Bayley, picks her up. Look at Lola Vice now with a kendo stick. Lola Vice with a kendo stick, but it didn't matter. Big kicks there. And Lola Vice is in trouble, and Takai goes for the cover. The referee gets in position. There's the 1 count. There is the 2 count. I'm sure it's all over. It's not. Vice kicked out. Bayley going after Dakota Kai. Oh, just look at how much... to be fair, Lola Vice could have lost a lot of blood tonight. Her energy levels, her fatigue is only going to increase because the blood is just pouring out of her body. Oh, Dakota Kai throwing the kendo stick. Bayley got down safely just before that kendo stick had an opportunity to hit her. And now this has turned into a kendo tossing match. Bayley trying to get the better of Kai, who reversed. And Lola and Bayley both split open. It is only Dakota Kai who goes for the sunset flip, trying to get their submission maneuver in. And Lola Vice breaks that up. Remember, if you are pinned in this match, you will not be going to the Royal Rumble. Doesn't matter if you are the person pinning or the person that avoids being pinned, the other 2 superstars will head to the Royal Rumble. And it could be Lola Vice that's missing out because Kai has got the 1 count. She's got the 2 count. It's a 2. She broke out. Lola Vice, who is just covered in her own blood, managing to kick out from Dakota Kai's cover there. Bayley going after Kai. All 3 of these women now just coming together. Kai now surveying what's going on. Misses with the drop kick because she's got, I'm telling you, she's got a concussion. She is concussed. Dakota Kai now trying to get that foot to the face of Bayley. Gonna go for the cover, and this is it. It's over. The referee, there's the 1 count. Only a formality. There's the 2 count. And Bayley kicks out. How on earth did Bayley kick out of that? Jesus. And guys, if you are still looking forward to seeing why Roman Reigns was in such a bloody state earlier, you will find out. Bayley reverses once again. Lola with a kendo stick. Crashes down onto the cranium there of Bayley, who rolls out of the ring. And now Lola Vice with Dakota Kai. And there's the finisher. The big kicks there. The athleticism there. And Dakota concussed, as we assume. Now getting slapped in the face by the referee. And it is a 3 count. Lola Vice wins this match in what can only be described as a humongous upset. She will be heading to... Look how much blood there is all over her. She has been absolutely destroyed here tonight. But nonetheless, she will be in the Royal Rumble match alongside Bayley. And it is Dakota Kai who misses out on the Royal Rumble altogether. She will not be going, which is a shame because she's kind of just made a return to WWE. But Lola Vice now soaking up the adulation from the WWE Universe. And here is the completed women's lineup for the Royal Rumble. But let's delve on into the next match, which is another Royal Rumble qualifier. It's a fatal 5-way. Logan Paul, Jimmy Uso, Omos, Dominic Mysterio, and we have Javon Evans. Like I said before, down below in the comments section, let us know which superstar you want to win this match. Like the match before, the superstar pinned will not go to the Royal Rumble. The other 4 will. And even after that, we still have 1 spot left in the Royal Rumble for you guys to choose who gets it. Head to our community section, we'll put a post up, and you can choose out of 4 superstars who you want to be in that Royal Rumble match. And we do that because it is an interactive series. You've just seen Logan Paul come into the arena, and now it is time for Dirty Dom. Here he is. Dirty Dom, experiencing a humongous amount of success in real life. Can he encapsulate that success within this series? Tonight is a big test for him, because if he avoids being pinned, he'll be in the Royal Rumble. Could he go on to win the Royal Rumble? Who the hell knows, people? But the next superstar out here is Javon Evans, making his first appearance in this series, and actually making his first appearance on the main roster. Here is Javon Evans, who is infamous for his athleticism, for his heart, his passion. This man could go all the way here tonight. But the last man, not man, giant out here tonight is Omos. This freak of nature could be in the Royal Rumble. And if he avoids the 3 count here tonight, he will certainly become one of the most imposing figures in the upcoming Royal Rumble, but he has to get there first. The most inexperienced superstar, but also the strongest in this match. And straight away he goes after Logan Paul, and Logan Paul is getting pinned. But Jimmy breaks that up. Jimmy going after Omos, Javon Evans going after Jimmy now, and Dominic Mysterio out for the count, back on the canvas, and Omos gets to have his wicked way with every superstar again, choosing to go after Jimmy. Mysterio with the moonsault there to Logan Paul. And look at Omos. Okay, don't look at Omos because we're backstage and Rhea Ripley's here, and she's joined by Stephanie Vaquer. These 2 deep in conversation. Rhea, I just want to thank you for agreeing to partner up with me against Julia and Nia. I know in the Rumble we'll be facing off against each other, but your support tonight means a lot to me. So thank you. Stephanie being quite amicable with Rhea, but Rhea says tonight, yes, I'll partner with you against Julia and Nia. I'd never need an excuse to kick Nia's ass, that's for sure. But in the Rumble, just know I won't hesitate to toss you over the ropes on my way to becoming champion. I'd say that's a fairly amicable partnership tonight. Like Rhea has said, she's never needed an excuse to kick Nia's ass. And of course, we've seen Stephanie Vaquer and Julia embroiled in this ferocious rivalry to the point, after the pin there from Jimmy, I'll get back to, Julia tossed Stephanie Vaquer for a pane of glass last week in this kind of jealous rage that Stephanie Vaquer won the Intercontinental Championship. There's a spear from Jimmy, but I think Javon's going to break that up. He does. When Stephanie won the Intercontinental Championship, Julia was just seething afterwards, believing that she deserved to win that championship. And ever since then, there's a huge moonsault there from Javon Evans, who goes for the cover, and Jimmy could be in trouble here. There is the 1 count. It's just a 1 count. But ever since Stephanie and Julia were in that match, Julia has just made it her mission to try and destroy Stephanie Vaquer. She even tossed her out of the ring in a Royal Rumble qualifying match as well. Luckily, Stephanie wasn't the first one eliminated, because if she was, she would have missed out on the Royal Rumble altogether. And there was a pin there from Jimmy, but now Logan reverses, and Omos, enjoying himself in this match, breaks up that pin. And if you are enjoying yourselves, please make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you drop a comment, because it's interactive. We want to hear from each and every single one of you. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, because that would be awesome. I don't quite know what Javon Evans was doing there, but now he turns his attention to Jimmy Uso. And I don't know who the favourite to win this match is. You guys are going to have to let me know. Who do you think is going to win this match? And more importantly, who do you think is going to miss out on the Royal Rumble? Head to the comment section. Let us know. Oh, Omos just crashes off the steel post there. And Nicole says Roman v Solo is now sanctioned, with the winner earning Roman's Rumble spot. Good luck. That is tonight's main event, people. And what a clothesline there by Logan Paul. And John Evans is pinning Jimmy in the ring, but it's just a 1 count once again. So much goes on in these episodes. Oh, almost with a steel chair to Dominic Mysterio and then just tosses it at him. So much goes on in these episodes, so there is so much for you to comment on. You can get a tweet, you can become a member and get your own superstar in the series, or you can just watch these classic matches really unfold. They're all simulated. I show no favoritism, no bias, and at the moment it's all going to culminate in an awesome Royal Rumble PLE, which will be the next episode, and it is going to be a blockbuster episode. Going to be well over an hour. We've got 2 Rumbles to get through and various title matches, so you got to subscribe just to make sure you don't miss out on that. But I'm not going to plug this series and channel anymore. Let's get back to the match. Dominic Mysterio now tosses Logan Paul, who has very well been underwhelming in this match. Dominic Mysterio up to the top rope, now looking for a signature frog splash. Gets it connected, and Javon Evans in trouble, and Jimmy Uso almost in tandem alongside Dominic Mysterio. That would have been cool if they'd done that exactly at the same time. And both pins get broken up by Omos and Dominic Mysterio, respectively. And Dominic Mysterio with a swinging neckbreaker to Omos. Then gets the crossbody on Javon, and Dominic Mysterio seems to have woken up, and this match has really come alive. And Logan Paul, I think, going for the brass knuckles, missed, and now Dominic Mysterio saw what Logan Paul was doing. And Logan Paul there. It's no disqualification, so it's all legal. And Javon Evans now tossing Omos into the turnbuckle. Here's one for you guys. What do you think of Logan Paul as a WWE superstar? This may not be popular, but I think it's fantastic. I think for a complete outsider to come into the company, to embed himself like he has done, and actually showcase performances. There's a pin there by Javon Evans on Omos. It's just a 2 count. And he just looks like he's been a WWE superstar all his career. And the very fact that he does, like, death-defying dives, he does athletic, you know, he's jumping from the turnbuckle to the announce table various times. He can moonsault. His, you know, athleticism is almost second to none. Like, the match he had with Ricochet was one of the best. The Royal Rumble match that the Royal Rumble segment that they had, where they both jumped from over the apron using the ropes. That was awesome. There's another spear there to Omos from Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso could have just won this match. The referee gets the 1 count. There is the 2 count, but Javon Evans, with haste, breaks up that pin count. And Javon Evans now just twisting that left knee there of Jimmy Uso. And now Dominic Mysterio's got the steel chair, 2-hand, drops it down, breaks up Logan Paul's pin. Jimmy Uso's in trouble. Javon Evans now gets bested. Look at Logan Paul going for the wily pin there, using the ropes as leverage, but Dominic Mysterio once again scouted it. Logan Paul and Dominic Mysterio enjoying a little bit of a rivalry here, but there's a schoolboy pin there by Jimmy Uso. Surely it's going to be broken up. It does, finally, by Omos. And Javon Evans now. Oh, the powerbomb there. Dominic Mysterio has to roll out of the ring. Chokeslam there by Omos to Jimmy. And look at that from Javon Evans. He may have just won this thing. Is he going to go for the cover? Chooses not to. Omos slowly gets his way to the turnbuckle, and Javon Evans is now on top. Omos back on his feet. And earlier tonight, folks, the Motor City Machine Guns beat the War Raiders, and they will be in the tag match. Busted wide open. Chris Sabin bleeding profusely. Both men battered, the bruising, the welts on their body. It was a fury of a fight. And once again, it was a bloodbath. But these two will be heading to the Royal Rumble for a SmackDown Tag Team title opportunity. Motor City Machine Gun fans, what do you think of that? But we still got Royal Rumble qualifying action going on at this very moment, as Dominic Mysterio now, is he about to be powerbombed? He's not going to be powerbombed. I think he got tossed onto the ropes, almost with a pin there. I don't think anyone's noticed. Yes, Jimmy has. Javon Evans now going after Jimmy Uso, but Omos still in the mix there. And Omos is just like a big, great white shark, and he just prowling, surveying what's going on, picking up the pieces, and then eventually takes a bite out of someone. And what is that? Javon Evans now with a pin. Javon Evans going to get the win. Dominic Mysterio kicks out. Keeps his chances of qualifying for the Royal Rumble well and truly alive. And Omos now, like I said, shark-like, picking his prey apart. Going for the pin on Javon, just the one because Mysterio broke it. And I think if Dominic Mysterio gets into the Rumble, there is him and Finn Balor both representing the Judgment Day in said Royal Rumble. So could the Judgment Day be walking away with gold? Obviously, Liv Morgan's in the Women's Royal Rumble as well. And now Logan Paul is in trouble because Jimmy got the pin, but Logan kicked out. Jimmy cannot believe what's just happened there. But the Bloodline could leave the Royal Rumble with a lot of gold because JD McDonough and Finn Balor are also in the SmackDown Tag Team title picture as well. We've got Dominic Mysterio in the European title fold. So there is lots of championships the Judgment Day could leave the Royal Rumble with. Equally, they could walk away with absolutely none. But Dominic Mysterio now with a pin. There's the 1 count. There's the 2 count. It is just a 2 count. Jimmy Uso breaks that pin up, and then he goes on to spear. Logan Paul gets the cover in, and Logan Paul could be in trouble now. But Omos breaks that up as all 5 men are in the ring. And Dominic Mysterio going after Jimmy Uso this time. And just a punch right to the forehead. Oh, and then a sledgehammer to the kidneys from Omos to Dominic Mysterio. And all 5 of these men are now finally getting a spot in this match. Javon Evans going after Logan Paul. Is Javon Evans split open? I think he is. He's bleeding. I missed it. I didn't see where he got split wide open. Who split Javon Evans open? Was it Omos? Oh, and a super kick there to Omos from Jimmy Uso. And there is the cover. This thing could be over. There's the 1 count. There is the 2 count. It's just a 2 count. Omos kicked out. And now Logan Paul with a DDT. Dominic Mysterio going after Jimmy Uso. Sunset powerbomb. And now Dominic Mysterio turns his attention to Javon Evans. Goes up to the top rope. Omos momentarily down outside. Logan Paul's got a guitar. And 1 count. Omos back in the ring. What a humongous clothesline from Logan Paul. That was incredible. Frog splash to Omos. And the cover gets in. And then we got Jimmy with a chair. Did Dominic Mysterio break that pin up? Crossbody from Dominic. Javon missed it. Big punch there from Jimmy to Logan, but he's already back on his feet. Jimmy Uso missed there. Logan Paul. And it's all got a bit chaotic now. Javon Evans with a guitar. Misses Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic Mysterio now going after Evans. Jimmy Uso now has Logan Paul. And Dominic Mysterio could well be about to deliver a 619. Jimmy Uso surely going to break this pin up. And he actually decides to go for the pin himself. Dominic Mysterio breaks that up with an elbow. And now Omos going after Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy Uso spear there to Omos. Is he going to go with the cover? Turning his attention to Dominic Mysterio. Gets in with a super kick. Oh, Dominic Mysterio reverses that. Jimmy Uso reverses that. And now Javon Evans going high rope. And there is... Oh, wow. Wow, what is that? I have no idea what that move is called. Someone in the comment section let me know what that is, because that was fantastic. And earlier tonight, we did see the team of Stephanie Vaquer, who got bloodied up, Bloodbath, and Rhea Ripley, defeat Julia and Nia Jax, and then humiliatingly just toss them out of the ring. Stephanie got a little bit of a beat down on Julia as well. I think that's weeks of frustration just boiling over. But Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley, absolutely insane. They won their tag team match tonight. Stephanie Vaquer gets the bragging rights heading into the Royal Rumble over Julia. And Rhea Ripley got to kick Nia Jax's ass just for fun. Omos now up against the announce table. Javon Evans just taunting Jimmy Uso, who did not take kindly to that and delivers a big, big, big punch there. Dominic Mysterio and Logan Paul, the 2 men in the ring, alongside a sledgehammer, a guitar, a chair, and a microphone. This match has gone crazy. It really has. Now, Jimmy Uso going after Dominic Mysterio, and the giant Omos enters the ring as well. trying to get to grips with Jimmy, but he got super kicked for his efforts, and now Omos could be about to miss out on the Royal Rumble. There is the 1 count, there is the 2 count, but Dominic Mysterio broke that pin up once again. None of these men can get the 3 count, and it has been a wild ride. If you're enjoying it, make sure you like. Likey is good. But now look at Logan Paul, the strength there, slamming Javon Evans down onto the canvas, who rolls out, and Logan Paul momentarily is the only man in the ring. But now he is not, because everybody is outside of the ring. Javon Evans looking absolutely out of it. Look at Logan Paul taunting him. Tried to dropkick Javon Evans, but Javon Evans would not let that stand. And now Jimmy Uso and Dominic Mysterio, the 2 men in the ring, and Dom slamming down Jimmy. And Jimmy is out of it. I think Javon Evans there tried to get in to steal a pin there, maybe. But now Dominic Mysterio with a sledgehammer on Javon Evans. And a cover on Javon. Omos gets to his feet. Logan Paul. Oh, he's not seen it. Logan Paul didn't see the pin. And Dirty Dominic Mysterio wins this match. Javon Evans loses, which means the real takeaway is that Javon Evans will not be in this year's Royal Rumble, because that man, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, took the win. And he and 3 other men who you're about to see on your screen will be in this year's Royal Rumble. Those men there on your screen, and you can see there is still a spot for one more SmackDown superstar to qualify for the Rumble. You get to choose that superstar. But tonight's main event, a handicap match, Roman Reigns v. the Bloodline. You saw how it started, and we are going to pick up right from where we saw earlier, back to the beginning. Here is Roman Reigns, who has been absolutely mauled by the Bloodline. I don't think he's going to keep his Royal Rumble spot. Just look at how on their feet and together the Bloodline are. We got Tama Tonga now in the ring. And Roman getting pulverized. Tama Tonga going after the face there that's already been bloodied by the Bloodline. And now Tama going for, or he's goading Roman to his feet. Just looking to deliver as much damage as he can. There's a neck breaker. Going for the cover. And Roman's out. Roman's lost his spot in the Rumble. There's a 3. It's not Roman kicked out. Jesus Christ, Roman. This man has been through an onslaught tonight from the Bloodline, orchestrated by Solo Sikoa, and Roman gets punched there by Solo. And this is what happens in a handicap match. You don't get an opportunity, do you? Don't get an opportunity to breathe, to get your thoughts together, to survey what is going on. And Roman now gets caught again by Solo. And this dastardly Solo, who's tricked Roman into this, knowing full well that Roman would not give up an opportunity to, 1, feed his ego, but 2, to look weak, which I think is what Roman's tried to avoid here, but surely it's going to backfire. There's no way he can beat 3. Again, tossing Tama into that turnbuckle and just delivering. I don't even think Roman can see. He's got blood trickling out of his forehead, down his face. It's all over his abdomen. It's all over the canvas. Tonight really has been a fucking bloodbath. The WWE Universe absolutely loving it. They're on their feet. Roman with a pin, but of course Solo breaks it up. And Jesus Christ, how is Roman going to beat these men? Solo with a headbutt. Roman back down. And the referee has to just let it all happen. It's no disqualification. All 3 of these men can batter Roman Reigns, who currently at this point has a spot in the Royal Rumble, but I don't think for much longer. Is Tama now going to go? Well, goes for a cover. I thought he was going to go for the tag. There's the 1 count. There was the 2 count. And Roman does manage to kick out. This man is just unlike no other. No wonder he held the championship for the record amount of time in the modern era. Over 1,000 days. Flapjack there from Tama Tonga. Both men down. Both men have experienced so much damage. And it's Tama who gets to his feet first. Surely to make a tag. No, he doesn't. Roman back on his feet. And just the Bloodline just all too eager to deliver damage to Roman Reigns, who goes shoulder first into that steel ring post. And I don't even think Roman's had any kind of offense in this match. And I think it's just a matter of time before the Bloodline work him down, defeat him, and Solo gets that Rumble spot. Roman just barely lifted his shoulder off of the canvas there. Tama frustrated with the referee not counting fast enough in his eyes. And Roman tosses Tama into the turnbuckle. And finally, getting a little bit of some offense in. And Tama Tonga could be in trouble here, as Roman Reigns kicks him square in the head. Now get inside. No, do not get distracted by Solo and Tonga. Tossed back in the ring. And both men once again down. Remember, the Royal Rumble is the next episode. Roman to his feet first. Tama in trouble. Tossed into the steel steps. Steel steps, turnbuckle. Superman punch and spear. And Tama's out. Maybe Roman can win this thing. There's the 1 count. There's the 2 count. It's a 3. No. Tama Tonga kicked out. Roman can't believe it. And it decides to follow Tama to the outside of the ring. Surely just to toss him back in, because Roman wants this bout to finish sooner rather than later. And if Roman does somehow manage to navigate his way through this match, what kind of shape is he going to be in for the Royal Rumble? Perhaps maybe Solo, although trying to steal his spot, I guess even if he doesn't manage, and Roman does the unthinkable here after just splitting open Tama, Solo will be all too happy to see a not 100% Roman Reigns in the Royal Rumble. Now, I know Solo would prefer to be in that match, but even if he isn't, he knows Roman isn't going to be 100%, and that is potentially a little bit of a saving grace, but it'd be embarrassing if Roman Reigns manages to defeat almost the entirety of Solo Sikoa's Bloodline, and we're going to get a powerbomb here to Tama Tonga, who should have tagged out and kept the tags fresh. Whether he's been ordered to stay out by Solo and soak up as much of the damage and just wear down Roman. Again, we picked up this match where we started off at the start of the evening. And Roman there, just the kicks to the back. Oh, and once again, the Bloodline down Roman Reigns. Roman should be savvy enough not to go anywhere near that corner. And both men down on the canvas. Tama to his feet first, followed slowly by Roman Reigns. And Roman's caught Tama. And there is just a big clothesline. Punches wailing down now. And we get a submission. We get a submission locked in. And Tama, I think Solo... Oh my god, I think Solo thought he was going to kick out. But actually, Roman has sneakily won this bout. The WWE audience just can't believe their eyes. And look at that. Look at that Roman Reigns. That man keeps his place in the Royal Rumble, covered in his own blood. But what a performance here. At the start of the night, we didn't know what the hell was going on. But Roman Reigns comes out on top, vanquishes the Bloodline, and maybe even puts that rivalry to bed once and for all. But here's confirmation of the Men's Royal Rumble. You can still choose a SmackDown superstar to partake, but the Women's Royal Rumble is filled up. Who do you want to win out of all of those women? And we got mystery superstars to come in as well. We got an Intercontinental Championship match taking place at the Rumble. We've got a European Championship match taking place at the Royal Rumble. We've also got a tag team match taking place at the Royal Rumble. There is so much going on, and this is only from the SmackDown side of things. And of course, here is the SmackDown roster. If you have enjoyed tonight's episode, make sure you do subscribe, leave a like, and of course, drop a comment down below. Thank you for watching.